Welcome back to another episode of the Big DK Energy Podcast. My name is Danny K, or the DK in the Big DK Energy.
The biggest DK.
Yeah, that's right, bigger than DK Metcalf.
Oh, whoa.
So, anyway, I grew up a rock kid. However, as I got older, I'm now what is probably in the early stages of what is called being a hip-hop head. So, So anything history or hip-hop I enjoy. And so actually we have a guest today who is partaking in said life. He is from the west coast of Florida in Fort Myers, and we met at UCF. Going to nursing school, he realized that's not the path that he wanted to take.
No, literally, did you see my post the other day about that?
I did.
I found that.
So then he has now decided to pursue the life of becoming a rapper in today's world. And so with rap being one of the most dominant forces in the music industry to this day, we're going to listen to his story and how he's going about it. So with that all being said and done, please welcome to the show today's guest, Riisky.
It's Riisky, baby.
It's Riisky,
the long-awaited. Let's go.
How you doing? How you doing, Riisky?
It's good.
Riisky, baby.
Chill. Straight off the drive, going back to Dallas, Texas.
What you got going over there?
Going over there now for work and to progress basically what I'm doing as far as music goes.
And so how long have you been at this music game for?
So I started, the first time I ever actually freestyled was Halloween 2018.
Oh, really?
That's the first time I ever actually freestyled. And then beginning of 2019, I was already trying to write the beats.
So what exactly got you wanting to get into rapping per se?
I guess when I was young, well, it's weird getting older now because I remember when I was younger, jingles and stuff would always be popping up in my head.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Are you okay with audio?
Oh, yeah, we are good with audio. I just always check these things, so, don't worry about it. Okay. But,
make sure to stop if it gets messed up.
No, you're good. But jingles, the only one that comes to mind right now is that 2-300 Empire all today.
So not commercial jingles. But just I remember I would be listening to songs and I would hear how a certain band or music artist did a part of a song, whether it be the vocals or the instruments and stuff, and I would think to myself, I wish they did it this way. So it's I can actually remember having memories of that, thinking that when I was young, and just tunes would pop in my head.
Oh, that's pretty sick, actually.
But
how old were you when that happened?
It was when I was really young, as early as being a young kid.
Elementary school era? Middle?
Yeah, probably elementary to middle school.
Okay.
It's just I didn't know anything about music. I didn't know what that meant at the time.
You never played an instrument growing up?
I played the saxophone.
Oh, wait. No way. Me too. What did you play?
I played alto sax, first chair in middle school, 5th through 8th grade.
I was also an alto sax. I was always a second chair, I guess. I guess I never showed the musical genius to be first.
Oh, man.
Oh, well. Okay, so you have some music background.
I'm sure you're cheated.
It's whatever. So you have a little bit of a music background.
Yeah, I guess a little bit now thinking about it.
I mean, you learned every good boy does fine, or, as we said it, even George Bush drives fast.
Yeah, that's right.
And then face and all that other stuff, measures and whatnot.
And then I played the recorder when I was in elementary school.
Everybody did. What was that supposed to teach us?
Who knows?
So when you came up with these tunes in your head, did you ever tell anybody about it, or did you kind of mire the idea in your brain a little bit?
I think I was too young to even think about it, I guess. To me, it was I guess I would just maybe sing little jingles or tunes sometimes as a kid, but it was never anyone heard it and was oh man, you're actually good. It was just me doing it to myself. I didn't understand what that even was at the time. I thought I was just making noises basically.
Oh, okay.
But once I got older and actually started studying music more now that I'm doing it, I realized, that's my brain was naturally thinking of tunes and stuff, and that's how I write now.
I'm pretty sure that's what, I forgot which artist would do this, but they would come up with the melody, and then it's literally just something that would just pop into their head, what would happen to you, and then next thing you know, it's a hit.
Yeah,
And so a lot of rappers do that. Speaking of which, that's the path that you're taking. So what kind of rappers do you emulate, or do you want to emulate in your style?
Now it's really, I want to make my own completely unique style. So definitely whenever I first got into it, I was into certain rappers the most. MGK was the rapper that actually got me into it.
Really? MGK?
Yeah, he's the one that originally got me into rap because he was the first rapper I ever saw that I visually related to. Because he was a tall white boy with blonde hair. So all I thought of rappers before that was Lil Wayne. So it's just, I just wasn't into rap that much growing up. oddly. But then once I heard him and saw his music videos are really what did. I really liked his music videos. To me, were dope. The one that got me into it was like the music video was like a party at it looks like a Vegas style outside pool with a stage set up at the end of the pool.
Oh, so like one of those day clubs kind of things.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone's in the pool and he's on the stage just going. And I'm like, that's what I saw that. I was like, that looks like so much fun.
And you just knew right
I
then
want to be
there.
on the stage.
You want to be on that stage right in the middle of a pool party going on in Vegas.
Fuck yeah. It does look like fun.
It does look like fun. It also looks expensive, but that's just because I'm broke right now. Anyway, so when it comes to rapping, you said that MGK was one of your favorite rappers. Who else do you like pick off of, or do you like the workings of?
Or who inspired me? Yeah, like it would definitely started out rappers, but now I even draw inspiration now from singers.
Really? Like who?
A lot of actual girl singers. So like, say for example, original rap influences were like MGK, A$AP Rocky, big time. I really liked A$AP Rocky. Lamborghini Highlight got me like lit. I really like that song.
That's a great song. Juicy J's part rips.
That's what I'm saying.
2 on my waist.
6 on my face. Hey. Money in the bank.
Yeah, anyway. So Lamborghini High. What
song, my ex, Cammy, she showed me that song for the first time. I was like, how did I not ever listen hear this
For
song?
real. It was like popping when we were at school.
Dude, I know. She showed it to me like over a year after it came out. I had never heard it once.
Yeah, I remember them blasting that at the ZVT house all summer.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. And then, MGK, A$AP Rocky, Wiz, of course, definitely was big influence in the beginning. I really liked his, just his swag. That's the thing is I take influences from, different people for different things.
That's the best way to do it. But
yeah, and then more recent, I've been really liking, the girl that I was met in Tampa. She got me big into Ariana Grande now. Dude,
okay.
I listen to some Ariana. Dude, Ariana's good. She's really good.
Don't get me wrong. She's very talented. Now, granted, I don't know if people don't like her attitude as she's supposedly supposed to be very snooty, but then you can't erase the fact that
it's just a show.
She's talented.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I bet it's just a shell. I think she probably just has to be like that. When you're like that, you probably get harassed so much. It's just like you have to have a tough...
True. Turns out she's actually from Boca, where I went to high school.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Also, do you know who else is from Boca?
Yeah, Kodak. Or close to it.
He's from Pompano. He's a little bit more down south, but actually Eric Andre. The comedian from the Eric Andre show.
Oh, you told me about him.
Yeah, he's the one that's always nuts. Yeah, he's from Boca Raton, and I was like, cool. Oh crap, that's really... Well, my parents live there now, but that's 20 minutes from where I grew up.
Yeah, a lot of people are from the area.
Yeah, and that you're right, especially both rappers and football players are from South Florida.
Yeah, big time.
There's a good amount of players from Naples or the Naples-Fort Myers area, right?
Yeah, actually Naples, that area does actually tend to make... I don't know about it too much recently. I haven't followed it for a bit, but I know back whenever I was in middle and high school and stuff, there was a lot of players coming out of there.
Yeah, for example, Sammy Watkins came out of there.
I watched him. Mm-hmm. He went to South Fort Myers High. I watched him live. He was really, obviously better than everyone back then. He was just so much faster.
Yeah, he probably just dominated the football field.
Yeah.
You were probably thinking, man, this guy's nuts.
He was just very noticeably faster. I remember seeing him in high school.
Got it. You played football, right?
I played football only for 1 year, I think 8th grade.
Okay, got it.
I was supposed to do a JV team, but it was... Actually, no, I think it was just the 8th grade team. They did an 8th grade team, then a JV for the first season ever.
Okay, got it.
I did the 8th grade team.
So you never had to face up against him live or anything like that, right?
What do you mean?
Were you on the other side of the ball when he was running?
Oh, no. I wish. That'd be dope.
That would
No, because he was really good by the time he got in high school. I didn't play high school.
Oh my God.
I played baseball.
So actually, speaking of South Florida football talent, so I had a friend who was in a different fraternity, but then he was on ninth on exec with me. He's from Fort Lauderdale, and he went to St. Thomas Aquinas, where he played tight end, and I don't know if it was Nick or Joey Bosa that he was up against during a practice, but so my friend, he caught the ball and then got trucked by him. And so then I just always thought that was a really cool story, because I'm like, wow, you survived a hit by Joey Bosa. How does that make you feel?
That's
and he's
dope,
like, I never want to do that again. Don't blame him.
That's good street cred.
It is good street cred, I guess.
Good field cred.
Yeah. Oh, and also, actually, South Florida is getting into hockey more now because, the Panthers are doing so well. But also, I don't know if you saw that clip when Kodak was at the Panthers game, and it looked like he was having a little fun with a certain female friend.
No, I didn't see it.
In the booth.
In the booth?
Yeah, he had like one of the booth seats, and actually it was right next to the general manager and like a very famous Panther alumni. And the best part is there was a wall between them, so they were just having a conversation while there was some risque business going on.
Hey, rappers and trouble are synonymous.
Great. So, speaking of getting in trouble, just kidding.
Speaking of trouble,
but speaking
when's
of
the last time you were in jail?
Whoa, time out. We're not here to harm anybody. But speaking of risque, that's your brand and that's your name. So how'd you come up with risque?
Well, really, it's risky.
Well, you know.
Risque. I know. I like risque. It's like a good play on. I've used that in the past.
Yeah, that's just me with my little flair thrown on. It is risky. You're correct. But how did you come up with that name?
So it's kind of like two things. The first one is just like a play on words for my actual real name,
which is
Chance.
Hey.
So it's like Chance and risky, obviously.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Chance a rapper. You know what I mean,
dude, bro. Don't even get me started on that. But anyways. And B, because, okay, so my parents are like really conservative.
Okay.
And so I always grew up like kind of being more like a wild child.
Oh,
and I
really?
like do risky things.
Oh.
And so like there'd always be situations where like I'd tell my dad, oh, I want to go do this. And he'd be like, oh, that's risky. And I'd be like, I am risky. I was just sitting there. I'm like, I am risky.
Great. It's like, I am risky.
Yeah, it's born from the like pain. But yeah, that's basically what it is. It's just like I remember he would always say that, and I'm like, to me, it's not risky. To me, it's just normal. But he'd always be like, oh, it's risky. And I'm like, I am risky. That's how I took it on.
Oh man, that's cute. But so what are some risky things that you would have done as a kid that would have scared your parents?
Dude, oh my god, dude. Like when I think back to like, I always thought I was a good kid, but we really did do bad things. Like street racing all the time.
Street racing?
Every single weekend, street racing, like with street races that would sometimes end in people like crashing.
Oh shit.
And actually getting hurt, pulled over by cops in the middle of the streets.
Oh,
like
no.
crazy stuff. Like yeah, literally street racing and then having a fleet of cops waiting around turns, and they would fly out after you and like surround you like in a circle, and they would all slow down. So it forces you to slow down. You can't run because it's like they form a circle unit around you.
Wow, has that ever happened to you?
It happened to me, but this is it's funny that you asked that because I was just thinking of this story the other day. It happened to me, but not directly to me.
So
it's a weird story. So me and my friends when we were younger could sometimes be like little like assholes too.
Of course. Yeah, all
like
kids.
We're all like say 16.
Okay, yeah.
And so
everyone's a brat.
Yeah, every weekend there'd be a car club that like nice cars, like it was a lot of young guys. Like it'd be like mostly average age is probably like 23, 24. But at the time we're like 16, 17. You know, so they're like older to us at the time. So we're like, let's go like fuck with them. So they would all park in like a parking lot all lined up. We go and there's a Wendy's right there in the corner. So we go in the Wendy's and get a McFlurry.
or what's it called for them? Not a slushie. Frosty.
A Frosty. Oh, no, McFlurry. Yeah, a Frosty, not McFlurry. McFlurry is McDonald's. A Frosty. Vanilla. And so we go cruising through the parking lot real slow. And I'm driving at the time. I had like a 2006 Civic Coupe. And it's stick shift though, so to me it's like, oh, it's like a race car. And so it was quick. It went fast, but it was quick. It was like quick enough. And so
that's all it needs to be, quick enough.
Quick enough. We go cruising by, and my buddy lowers the window. I'm driving him by it, and he gets to the Frosty and just chucks it right on the guy's hood, and it blows up all over this dude's like nice ass Mustang.
Oh, that guy must have been pissed.
People flock to the car like, what the fuck? And then we go, and so I'm driving, so I go flying off and get out of the parking lot, and a couple of them jumped their cars, but I turned around a really dark street just down the way and got away.
Oh shit.
We got away.
Damn.
But then my friend was so dumb. He was like, dude, I bet you won't drive by him. You're scared you won't drive by him again. I was like, shut the fuck up. So of course I had to do it.
Of course.
I'm like 16 and no one's going to back me down. So we go driving by. They're in like a Home Depot parking lot that's right off the main street. I go drive on the main street, so they see me like cruising right by. It was nighttime, so there's not many people on the street. Mm-hmm. And they all get in their cars sprinting and fly out the parking lot, literally like 12 cars after us. And I'm in a Civic and they're in like fucking Mustangs. They said to circle to me. So they did what the cops did later, but they just circled me in the middle of the street. So we slow down. They the guy comes walking up in the Mustang I hit, and I crack my window like this Mustang, and only see my eyes.
Oh, no.
He's like, "You think this is funny?" I'm like, "Do I think what's funny?" He's like, "You think this is funny?" And he goes back and grab a bat, and as he's walking up with a bat, cops come flying out of nowhere and circle them.
Wow.
So the cops literally circled them. So I'm in the middle. They circled me, and then the cops circled them. So it's like a double circling.
It's a double envelopment. Holy crap.
It's Inception.
Yo.
And so it's a circle within a circle.
Man, you got saved last second.
Dude, so it was probably total cars in the middle of the street. Traffic completely stopped. It was 4 lanes completely blocked off at this point. So it was probably like, say, 18 cars total, like 20 cars total. Like, they get all those guys. The front cops start kind of driving, moving forward, and the other guys move out of the way. And then we just like slowly pull off, and all those guys are stuck with the cops.
Oh my God.
We're the only one they let go.
That's too funny. Wow, that is a hilarious story.
Dude, it was weird. That was just one night. There's so much shit like that. It was crazy.
Man, I can only imagine what must go on like during the week or something like that, especially like a weekend.
Yeah, this would always be on the weekends. I was dual enrolling at the time.
You were doing what?
I was dual enrolling.
Dual enrolling,
At,
sorry.
the local college there.
Got it. I thought you said you were doing Rolly, and I go, is that another drug I haven't heard of yet?
This is about rolling Molly.
Rolling Molly. It's kind of funny, the girls that I know that are named Molly, because I'm just like, I'm pretty sure you went through like the early 2000s going through hell with everyone going, oh my God, what's up, Molly? You got any Molly? And they're probably like, just shut the fuck up or something. Shut the fuck up. Wow, that is some very risque stuff, or risky stuff.
I didn't do bad. Well, no, I actually did bad stuff at school too. But I didn't get into like drugs and partying. I was just more into like
pranking or something like that.
Yeah, like stuff like that, like troublemaker. I wasn't like I never did drugs or drink in college or high school, but I was a troublemaker.
Because I was about to say, I'm like, I've seen you do the drinking in college.
That started in college, but we were more into troublemaking.
Got it.
Than anything. Yeah. That's how we got our energy out, was troublemaking.
Those dang troublemakers. You kids stay off my lawn and all that other stuff. You kids stay off my lawn.
That's literally what it was.
I was like the good kid that always listened to his parents. So like whenever I hear people getting in trouble as kids, I go, oh yeah, I forgot I didn't do that. Whoops.
Yeah. It was kept on the low. Like my mom would get so pissed. When she found out about certain stuff, she'd get so mad. But most of it, we usually were able to keep it on the low.
Well, I was too intimidated of my parents to do anything out of the ordinary.
I feel that.
Yeah, even when I told them that I drank at a party and I was staying over there, they were like, yeah, I thought I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be in so much trouble. But they're like, Danny, as long as you don't drive, you're good. Just don't drive tonight. And I'm like, okay, it works.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is very nice to have parents that are tolerant, because were your parents, now they were conservative, or were they strict?
No, they actually, like, thinking back on it, they like actually like were pretty flexible.
Are they very flexible about you rapping?
Yeah, I mean, well, at this point, I'm 25, so you know, it's like at this point you get to a certain age where it's like you're doing your own thing.
Exactly. I mean, that's me with this. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I mean, they want me to be happy, successful, and take care of myself ultimately, and
you know how to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of goes along with that.
Nice. And speaking of doing things on your own, this is actually a pit stop because you're actually heading to Dallas right now.
Yeah, literally mid-drive to Dallas. I'll be driving there more tonight.
Yeah, and it's a 2-day schlep.
Yeah, it's a 2-day. It's a long, well, you've done it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you, like, I don't know, have Rolaids or some kind of smelling salts to get you just through the entire drive. I highly do not recommend that.
No, yeah, I'm not good about staying up at night.
Especially, like, you know, you have to drive through a lot of wild land, so you don't know if, like, a deer's going to come up. I don't know. I feel like if you do kill a deer, though, by running into it, you should just tie it to the hood of your car, and then everyone will just leave you alone, especially through Mississippi. Yeah, actually, one part of that drive that I remember is actually like going through like the Mississippi-Alabama border and like through like Mobile, I think it was. But then it's like, oh, this is actually a cute little view of the Gulf of Mexico. And I didn't realize how
There's
far.
Some pretty spots on the drive.
I didn't realize how far Pensacola was, though.
I know, dude. It takes a long time just to get to Pensacola.
That's all the way in the Panhandle. See, the thing is that I think Florida is a long state, not so much a big state, because Texas is a big state.
Yeah, just overall mass.
It's like 20 minutes to your neighbor's house or something like that. Although not having to worry about hurricanes is nice. Well, actually, Houston has to worry about that. But it's all right. You will be in where?
Dallas.
Got it. And actually, one of the things that, as an up-and-coming quote-unquote hip-hop head, I actually watched this whole documentary called Hip Hop Evolution on Netflix. And it's got 4 seasons. And it's basically, as it says, the history of hip-hop. And so it does tell things in chronological order, but it also has certain episodes about certain pockets of where hip-hop originated. So, for example, they have one for New York. They have one for L.A. And then another episode they actually had for Houston. Houston Houston is actually very big for hip hop history.
Oh, Houston's huge as
Boys,
far as origins.
Yeah, Ghetto Boys, Travis Scott, and I know Beyonce's not necessarily a rapper, but she's from Houston.
Well, music artist, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I really almost am starting to call myself more of a music artist because, like, I really, especially my new stuff that I'll be having coming out, even past. Well, no, there's even songs on this mixtape on the mixtape that I'm putting out soon that aren't just pure rap.
Oh, really?
There's singing, more melodic, like melody portions to it.
Okay. So you're talking about what your recent projects are coming up.
Yeah, my first mixtape is going to have 8 songs, just the beginning. That's going to be coming out. I don't have the exact date picked out yet, but that's going to be coming out, I would say, we're going into April. I'm shooting for the end of April. I've been having to get life shit figured out first. Be somewhat responsible.
As we all do.
Not be total degen. And now I actually got everything ready to go for it.
And
so it's lit.
So you have your car ready to make that 2-day drive.
Yeah.
Man, kudos to you, man, for doing that. So even though you're working on newer stuff, tell us about some of your older stuff that, if people were to check you out, what would you recommend they go and listen to besides everything?
One of my older songs... Honestly, one of my first ones that I released once I actually really started going hard was Alien Sex, and that one still slaps.
Oh, great.
That one still slaps.
Not gonna lie, for your earlier tunes, I enjoy Looking Like a Snack.
That one's really good for like chill driving during the day.
Right.
Beach.
It's got that not too lo-fi vibe where it's like too relaxing, but it's just enough of chill where it's just like, I could bump to this.
Yeah, it was a lo-fi type of beat, and I love that beat. I love that song.
So, what's a song that's coming out on your mixtape that you would definitely recommend?
Ooh, yeah. So on this one's good. Like these are about to all 8 are, in my opinion, professional quality. So it's for real legit. So on this one of my personal favorites is Secret Place. That's kind of
Secret Police?
Secret Place.
Oh, never mind. I misheard that. Okay.
Secret Place. So I could actually be down to do that one later. Like actually do it live.
That'd have to be much later because right now I do not have a stage set up for you.
Yeah, we'll see. So Secret Place I like a lot. That'll definitely be for anyone that likes pop, like a little bit of like hit trap pop.
Trap pop.
Yeah, it's kind of a new genre coming out. It's kind of trap pop.
Oh no, I can just imagine Katy Perry trying to be all hip hoppy, and it's definitely not naughty.
Yeah, I feel
that made no sense. Whatever, go ahead.
And then one of the song, like the song that's actually more for like people that conventional hip hop, say just more like straight up rapping my ass off, is Bad Mouth. That's the one that I fuck with. That one goes hard, honestly. It's me just rapping my ass off. It's a great song called Bad Mouth.
Bad Mouth. Isn't that the name of the Netflix series? The one with Nick Kroll?
Big Mouth. That's Big Mouth.
Big Mouth. Never mind.
That's Big Mouth. That's Big Mouth. Yeah, so it is Bad Mouth. So like those are 2 really good hitters. But honestly, all 8, in my opinion, like all 8 I vibe to big time.
Nice.
And it's like encompasses a lot of different times you'd be listening to music.
Okay.
I have hype up songs, I have chill relaxing songs, gym motivation songs, more deep introspective. So it's lit.
So it's your own little rap opera, I would say.
Yeah, well, it's just trying to make a bunch of different vibes. I want to make each song its own distinct.
True. Wait, it's not an opera then because there's no story. But still, yeah, it's what's the word I'm thinking of or trying to think of? Smorgasbord of rap? Sure, let's put it that way. It's just little bits. It's eclectic. It's coming from many different sources.
All kinds of flavors.
There we go.
All kinds of flavors.
It's not just vanilla and chocolate. We thought we'd throw in some raspberry sorbet with some sprinkles.
Yeah, no, it's a bunch of different flavors. It really is. Like, I like to make very distinct songs, and each one is its own kind of like art piece.
Okay. I like that. It's very much like
no throwaways.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, any painter puts a bunch of themselves into their craft as well. So
yeah.
I mean, everyone thought that Salvador Dali's paintings looked weird at first, but now he's considered an artistic genius.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Is the best art of any kind, there's no getting around it, comes from really living that shit. Because you're drawing inspiration from your real life. So you got to be doing some like risky shit.
Great. I like what you did
and
there.
That fires you up. That gets the brain, the creativity going.
I like that little segue you made there.
Mm-hmm.
So have you worked with any producers in the Fort Myers area during this entire mixtape?
No, I was just doing it myself. So I mix and master everything. So like, yeah, I honestly, that's another part, like I was saying earlier when we were talking, that's like a new passion I found, is I love mixing vocals. It's like fun. It's so much to it.
Yeah, I've actually watched. He's a DJ from Australia, or yeah, DJ I would say, and he was showing his workflow with all like the equalizers and stuff like that. And honestly,
I'm gonna stream that shit.
there's a lot of cool parts to it, but it's just for me, it just seems like overwhelming because I don't know, where something is starting.
Oh, dude, it took so much. Dude, it took so much experience. I actually notice I get better every song I do, but like it's taken a good amount of songs to really like understand. Because I'm also at the level now where like I'm trying to make my own distinct sound, so I'm messing with like various plugins.
That's the word for it. Yeah.
Various plugins that I'm trying to make like a sound that when it comes to effect and like synthesizer sounds, I'm trying to make something that's like halfway between just normal conventional raw vocal rap and Travis Scott. So I want to get like right in between that, to where the vocals are more edited than a straight up rap song, like say a Juicy J type of song.
Okay, got it.
But it's not quite as edited as a Travis Scott.
It's not. It's lit.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, it's not
like,
going.
It's lit.
Yeah, but still edited. It's interesting. I really do believe like I've hit a level now to where like, my shit is very distinct. That's what I want is to make your great art is distinct.
I mean, sure, if copying is the best form of flattery or something like that,
yeah.
or it's something along those lines. And sure,
yeah.
That principle comes into effect, but at the same time, no one wants to listen to a bunch of pop stars making the same thing. Although, not gonna lie, a lot of pop songs nowadays are just 4 chords.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is the best people are always going to be the ones that are making original new work. And then that's like someone like a Beyonce who's like top tier, like Justin Bieber, top tier for like pop. And then say rapper A$AP Rocky. It's the top tier ones are always like focusing on making their own individual sounds. They'll take like inspiration from other people, but then make it their own. It's really just making everything their own.
Got it. Do you know who I've come to recently just truly appreciate as an artist / producer?
Yeah.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
Or Ye.
Especially with all that shit he's been in the news for with Kim.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's like, I still remember when I first heard Kanye, it was in 5th grade, and to think that it's been, let's see, that was back in 2000.
He's been around for a long time.
Yeah, it's been.
He's old. He's kind of older.
It's like 17 years since that happened.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I always heard his songs growing up, and of course everybody listened to him. And so I was like, okay, the songs are good, but I was like, I never really understood how intricate everything was. And so recently it's like, I always knew the song Flashing Lights was good, but then I kept putting it on loop, and then I'm like, holy crap, this song is a masterpiece. I now know what everyone's talking about.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, like that's the thing, is genius work is like hard to detect. It just automatically makes you vibe with it. It's so good, it just sets a vibe immediately. And that's a genius's work.
For real, but then that's the thing though, that it can literally be anybody, and there is like 7 billion people on this planet? 7 billion plus. That's
why the ones who become it are so great.
Fair enough. I mean, rarity. Just like a very pink steak. Red steak. Yeah, I don't know if you want. I don't know.
I was going to say pink would be medium.
Yeah.
More bloody.
The bloodiest. Got it straight from the cow. So when it comes to rapping, describe your process on how you come up with your lyrics. Do you have any routine that you partake, or does it come to you in flashes?
No, it's more like if I hear a beat, the only beat I'm going to choose is one that immediately like catches me, and like some kind of tune or vibe immediately like comes in my brain whenever I hear it. Like a certain beat will hit, and I'm like, oh damn, I want to like go hard on this song, and then I'm gonna re-listen to it and start humming in my head a tune, and then I'm matching words to that tune.
So it's beat first, then lyrics.
Yeah, I like think of lyrics and like good little riffs in my head too. I just don't know how to make beats yet, so I'm just thinking in the future, once I have someone that I can just do straight lyrics to and they make a beat around it, that'd be dope too.
Oh, for real? I mean, you had a couple producers when you were out in Dallas though, right?
Yeah, there was a couple guys I worked with in Dallas when I was getting started, but I was like not even close to the level I was now.
You were a novice.
Yeah, now I've spent many hours on the mic and shit, so I've actually I'm practiced now.
Yeah, how many years have you been at the rap game for now?
So now it's been since beginning of 2019.
2019,
so it's 3 solid years of me like regularly doing this, planning my life around doing shit.
Got it. So
going to Dallas, be close to all this shit. Like,
absolutely. So at first, to get your reps in, as for example, a bodybuilder would at a gym, I used to do stand-up comedy, and you've been to a few of those. And so
those are good.
Appreciate it. Is there such thing as like quote unquote open mics for rappers, or is there some?
Yeah. No, of course.
Oh, really?
Of course. Well, yeah. So I started out doing those That's a story about the first one I did. I had my ex with me, and the first one I ever did in Dallas, and like I was not as good as I thought I was gonna be, and I got so butthurt about it. I ended up like causing a whole fight between Sherry and I. It wasn't like a bad fight, but I was just like not having anything because I was just like, what the fuck? Like that wasn't what I thought it'd be.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
It was practice. It just took practice, and so I probably performed in Dallas 15 to 20 times.
Oh wow!
At various things, small pool bars, big open event room, like a event space they'd have like a wedding in.
Have you ever done a wedding?
No, not a wedding. No, I don't know anyone want to get married to my music. Well, no, some of my new stuff coming out, that's more poppy.
Maybe you'd want them to bang to your music, but not the wedding part.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep that part clean.
Uh-huh.
Or as clean as possible.
Yeah, some of my new stuff for sure, though, actually. Like, the softer songs I'm coming out with. By softer, I mean more like pop, more cleanly written. Like, the hardcore rap songs, I'll go more hard lyrically and make it, like, fit in.
Got it. Will you do that thing where you're just speaking really fast?
I can't do that.
Or rap? Okay, got it.
I can't do that.
Like, Tech 9 is one of my favorite rappers, but it's hard to rap to him.
Yeah, no, I don't rap like that.
Tech 9? So you were talking about how, not different styles, but it's...
Yeah, what was I saying? I'm blanking out too.
You were talking about different styles and like how, you're not just going for, the conventional kind of rap, but then it's like...
Yeah, I mean, I want to do all types. I want to do all different types. So to me, I think like what I think of as a music artist that I want to be is have a bunch of different songs that are a very wide range of vibe to it, feel.
It's like, for example, college kids will use your lyrics as quotes for every kind of event.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, I mean, that'd be dope. That'd be cool. It means I'm popping. But yeah, like, when you look at great music artists like Drake, say, for example,
that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he has very wide array of vibes to his songs and also very relevant and relatable lyrics.
I mean,
because he raps about his life and just normal shit we all can kind of relate to.
I forgot.
And that's smart. That's for a reason.
It is smart, but
as people relate to it.
Exactly. In fact, I forgot which year it was when Views came out, but literally everybody's caption was Views.
Dude, every freaking basic sorority ass girl would be posting that.
How about basic fraternity guys?
And basic fraternity guys. It was everyone. All the basics. All the Greek life basics.
Basics. They're not 10s, they're 14s because they're so basic on the pH scale.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Boom. Chemistry.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of chemistry, does the rap game fetch a lot of ladies? I'm sorry, fair maidens.
There's some pretties. I like how you segmented that. It's, what's really funny about it is like, that's a whole story I could go into in itself. That's like such a wide, like my thoughts on all that is such a wide thing. I could go into like a whole 30-minute deal on.
Great.
Like, to answer the question simply, do women like it? The kinds you would not believe.
Really?
Yes. But only when you're good. Only when you have to be good. It's like, if you're not good, it's cringe. It's extra cringe. If you're not good to girls, it's extra cringe.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, no, that's the thing about it, is if you're not good and like you're not confident or like established with it, it's cringe. Girl, it's so cringe. I've heard horror stories. It's cringe.
Oh no.
But if you're good and you're confident with it, and you're just like, you've been doing it. You've been like doing it for a while.
True.
And you're just comfortable. Yeah, like women you would not expect.
Huh, interesting.
Such wide variety.
Kind of reminds me of, they show the Middle Ages as like the bard, the guy with the lute getting all the fair maidens of the village.
Women love creativity, so it's like for themselves and they like watching it and they're just like enamored by it. You know what I'm saying? So it's whether it's a guy playing a guitar or...
Like that one episode of BMS.
Wait, which one?
Blue Mountain State, and then I think it was
he was at everything with that guitar and they're all like...
Every breath you take makes me breathless. And then like the mascot character comes in and smashes the guitar and I thought, damn, you did exactly what you needed to do. Actually kind of reminds me one time...
And then he was nothing without the guitar. All the girls were like... Bye.
Yeah. You're just wearing a scarf and it's not even winter. What the heck?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense anymore.
This actually kind of reminds me.
His look doesn't make sense.
I don't know why I had to go with her, but I had to go with my sister to Warped Tour one year, and so.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and so I just remember there was this guy who was doing this thing called hardcore dancing, so he's kind of doing something really cringy, and so I remember someone and there was a mosh pit that opened up, and so.
Oh, dude, people have died.
I've heard, and also like the walls of death, but anyway, so this kid was hardcore dancing, and literally someone comes from behind and just pushes him into the circle. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna hate this entirely.
They mega blasted him from the back. Dude, when you've been mega pushed from the back, dude, you get whiplash like no other.
Oh, absolutely.
When someone comes running up behind you and full force just smashes you. Dude, it snaps your neck so bad.
And of course, it kind of sucks that he was being put down as the circle was opening up.
Oh, dude, so you got crunched.
Yeah, actually, not gonna lie, that reminds me of a meme I saw of Drake as we were talking before, and Drake just has his mouth open wide, and he goes, "All right, motherfuckers, open up this fucking pit. This one's called Hotline Bling."
Like it so doesn't match.
And so, will some of your songs, if you were to play them live, would you inspire a mosh pit of some sort?
One of the songs on the mixtape is just a hardcore trap beat. It's similar to like a Moneybagg Yo, and that's like the hardcore trap song of the mixtape. I wanted to do like at least one hardcore trap song.
You gotta do that.
Just to make sense.
Everything's gotta be somewhat trap nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I wanted to have, again, like variety. So I have a couple more like soft melodic songs on there, but also hardcore trap beat.
Nice. I like the lo-fi beats on a good rap track. It's just something to just bop your head to. Although, yeah. I'll tell you one thing, Kids Bop ain't a bop.
I remember Kids Bop, dude.
It's still in production. There's like,
for real?
It's like Kids Bop like 50-something. Who funds these things? It's kind of like now this is what I call music, like they've got to be at like 100 or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're still around.
Buy it on CD. There's no CD.
I was going to say, wait a second, it used to be CD, it must be like stream or something now.
Everything's got to be streamed because the Apple laptop got rid of the CD feature.
Yeah. And
it's just
a while ago.
It's a mess. Absolute mess. But yeah, you fall into a money trap. Speaking of trap. So, your trap song. And yeah, that's the one. Although, if you are going to inspire at least a pit, you just got to be careful because you've seen the Travis Scott documentary.
Oh, dude, that shit's terrible. Like,
you know what scene I'm talking about? Not talking about Astroworld, but I was talking about one of his. Oh my God, too soon. But I'm talking about like this one part of the documentary where he was at a much smaller venue, but he got a mosh pit so riled up it turned into a riot where like the police were going to come and arrest him for inciting a riot.
Oh yeah, on the Netflix.
Yes,
on Netflix documentary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Astroworld.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I ain't gonna be looking to cause a riot, but if people get lit,
it's not your fault. Well, actually,
I don't want anyone to get badly injured or anything. But I mean,
because you're a realist.
Yeah, like badly injured now, that's like bad business. But people have getting a little riled up. I think it's okay for the boys to get a little little rowdy.
A few battle scars never hurt anybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A couple elbow to the head, elbow to the cheek.
Maybe a tooth embedded in your skin.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
dude, you want to know something crazy? Back whenever we had Spirit Splash at UCF, remember Spirit Splash?
Of course.
This is a shout out to everyone at UCF. I went there with, I don't want to say who, but one of the guys in our fraternity. Mm-hmm. And we were in the Spirit Splash, and you know how most of at the very end, a lot of people leave, but a lot stay in the center and mosh.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And circle.
This one girl tried to fight me this one year. But anyway, go ahead.
That makes sense because literally my buddy that I was with, literally all of a sudden screams, "Ow!" And we're like, what? So we like go off to the side, and I look at his back, and someone shoved a sewing needle all the way into his back, that far from his spine.
What the hell?
This bitch was that big. And it literally went, like, just the end was sticking out, like, where you put the thread through. Like, the hole. Man, I put my nails on it and pulled it out, and it was that far in his back. I was like, dude, how bad did that hurt?
Oh,
he was like, dude, stung pretty bad. I was like, what?
What the hell?
Someone stabbed him with a sewing needle. I was afraid that someone had, like, bad blood on it, like... You know, because there's like sickos that purposely do that shit. Like,
of course.
Give people diseases.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Easy, or at least that's the rumor with him and Suge Knight. That, like, that's how it happened. But anyway, at Spirit Splash, for those of you who don't know what that is or have never went to UCF, every year for homecoming, we have this one tradition. It was actually known as the best college tradition or best homecoming tradition one year. And so what everyone does is in front of what is called Milken Hall in the library, there is a reflection pond where there are little rubber ducks that are thrown and given to the students. And so everybody starts at the edge of the pond and then they all run in at the same time. And it is absolute pandemonium. And so someone tried to fight me for a duck, but then I didn't know that it went to the extent of people getting stabbed for a duck.
It's violent. That wasn't even for a duck. That was for someone's pleasure. Someone did that for pleasure. Certain people get pleasure out of inflicting pain on others.
There's actually a German phrase for that. It's called Schadenfreude.
Yeah, it was that.
Schadenfreude, and that is taking pleasure in other people's pain.
Yeah, the ducks was already way over.
Dang, this reminds me of this one scene from The Simpsons where someone wore cleats to Black Friday and then ran over one of the main characters.
Yeah, like, this is fucked up.
Man, there is some crazy stuff that I've heard today, and I'm sure we're going to Exactly, and I'm sure we're going to hear more in my favorite part of any Big DK Energy episode, which is the bonus question round. It is 10 questions that I wrote that you do not know about. So, with that being said, Riisky, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question number 1. You and another rapper are battling 2 other rappers. Who are the 2 you're battling against, and who do you tag team with?
I'm going to say teammate Wiz Khalifa versus Drake and Lil Durk.
Okay. All right. Actually, dang, I didn't expect you to come up with an answer that quick, but nice. All right. So, number 2. What city, besides Dallas and anywhere in Florida, do you want to go viral in?
My music is done based off my statistics that I look at on my artist profile. My music does best in Arizona.
Arizona?
Yeah.
You should definitely do a concert out there like in Tempe or something like that.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I would love to do that. Like, poolside performances are huge in Arizona, too. Especially in, like, the college parties and stuff there.
Just imagine if ZBT is still there, maybe hit them up saying, I'm a former brother and my music is big in the area, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I definitely love, like, strategically, that's a big thing is you look at your analytics and you look at which cities you're biggest in as doing music, and then you would plan to try to do a whole, like, little mini tour in that city, and that'd be like a really good way to grow as like a beginning artist.
Oh, that's smart.
Mm-hmm. My second or third biggest place was Dallas.
Oh, sick.
So it's local.
So you're already doing well.
You're living in the local area that already likes you.
That's smart.
So you grow in local areas and you spread and you mutate.
Oh, dang, that's smart. Well, that means I got to make a podcast tour in Norway because apparently that's because it's like the U.S. is like 96% of my views, but then apparently I have like less than 2% in Norway, and that's like one of the next big percentages. So
nice. Your world tour.
That's right.
Go to Norway.
My world tour.
Mm-hmm.
So number 3, if you could have a drink with 3 people who have influenced you, not friends or family, who would they be?
Machine Gun Kelly would be one. I think he'd be fun to hang out with.
If you say Megan Fox, I'll include them as one entity.
One entity. Both of them. They're both cool. Megan Fox has been in dope movies.
That's right.
So them as an entity.
And was like when I was in middle school, every middle school guy's crush at the time.
She's still bad. She's still real bad.
She ages like fine wine.
She really does. Them as one. MJ, Michael Jackson.
Yes, I should have mentioned that before. You are allowed to bring back people from the dead.
Okay, perfect.
And they'll be like in ghost form, not in like rotten zombie form, you know?
Okay, good.
Just, you know,
still,
just like his legs snapping off as he tries to moonwalk or something.
They're still decent. Yeah, Michael Jackson. And then third, one that comes to my mind, a weird one, is a Formula One driver that was world champion back in the 70s.
What's his name?
James Hunt. And Chris Hemsworth made a movie called Rush after him. He starred James Hunt.
Oh, no way.
So it's basically this crazy good Formula One pro driver that also lived like a party lifestyle, and it was just like a cool guy. He was a real good Formula One driver.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I've always liked cars.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have always been a car guy.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you drive right now?
A Roush Mustang.
Of course. Of course.
Makes sense, right?
Number 4. Your favorite rapper has allowed for you to hop on a feature. Besides Machine Gun Kelly, who invites you to the studio?
It'd be fun to do something with A$AP Rocky.
That'd be very trippy. Just be prepared to drink some lean.
I know.
Anyway, number 5. If you could watch 2 people fight in an MMA main event, it doesn't have to be actual fighters, who would you see?
Going back to that one, I think I said a long time ago, Trump versus Obama.
That's right. This was the guy that said the Trump versus Obama segment.
Dude, Trump versus Obama would be it. Like, Trump, he'd be slower, but he could tank hits.
See, that
Obama would be fast, but Trump, I think, would have more force behind him.
I was talking in this conversation with one of my recent guests, and so this was the justification that we came up with. The thing, and we also came up with the fact that Obama is way more nimble and looks like, he could like rope-a-dope or something like that.
Yeah, agile. But I think Donald would have more power behind his blows.
Just imagine if that's how presidential elections were
It should
settled.
be. It should be.
And then it's just like, and here comes Bernie with a steel chair. Number 6, dream vacation and itinerary.
Oh, dream vacation itinerary. Dude, I honestly just love going with friends and a girl on a trip to where we're just going out to like dinners and going out to like fun shit. Like,
So is there a certain like place that you would do that in?
dude, Santa Barbara, California was beautiful. I've only been there one time, but it was like at points like breathtaking.
Oh, awesome. I actually have a friend that lives out there, also named Danny.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
It just said Santa Barbara. That's like not a commonly said. That's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Just very small world. But
The universe.
Very, exactly.
Santa Barbara is beautiful. Something like that would be fun. Be like a beachside Airbnb.
Oh, that would be very nice.
Party it up.
What would you do while you're in Santa Barbara or like that area?
Go to the beach, of course. There's beautiful. There's this one restaurant I went to that was on the beach, and it was big by a cliffside as well. So it was a big cliffside that the restaurant was right off, and the beach is right there too. And dude, it was like one of those perfect days out. And like I was with a girl at the time, and dude, it was like
It's like something out of a movie or like a postcard or something like
it
that.
felt like Bachelor. I thought, dude, it felt like because on Bachelor, it's always like they're in the most like beautiful things, and it's like the most like peak experiences, and these girls are like, oh my god, this is like crazy.
This is everything I ever dreamed
I
of.
know. That's what it felt like.
Number 7. You release a genie from a lava lamp. What 3 wishes do you ask for? And you can't ask for more wishes.
I would wish to, no matter what in life, have no anxiety.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Can you imagine? You're just like bulletproof. You're like, your confidence never dips.
Yeah, you're just always in a state of pure zen.
Yeah. Like Buddha level. 2. Just a really nice, big, beautiful house that I can have like family and friends over.
Santa Barbara area or...
That would be cool.
Yeah, all
That'd
right.
be cool. Because Santa Barbara is nice because it's not too far from LA either. Because I love... LA was like really cool. But like long-term living, it's not like that kind of place really. Unless you really have big cash.
Oh, 100%. And then, there's also the wildfires too, so I feel like that's...
Yeah, it's just... But yeah, Santa Barbara is beautiful. And the beach and stuff right there. Yeah, so a big house would be cool. And then let's see.
I can see how the genie would screw you over with that wish. He'd be like, you want a big house? Okay. He'd shrink you down and then put you in like one of those toy mansions.
It's like on Rick and Morty.
Yes.
You get everything worked. You get your wish, but it comes at like a horrible price.
That's right.
It like completely fucks you.
Exactly. Anyway, so your third one?
What was that place? What was that called again? It was the guy with the trolley in his mustache.
Dang, I forgot.
Oh, I'm not gonna remember. We'll have to look that up later.
Got it.
But third wish, I would say to, until the day I die, never be sick of any kind. Never becoming ill of any kind.
No illnesses?
No illnesses. So like perfect health. Impenetrable, I can't get sick of any kind. No cancer, no common cold, no COVID, no bone like cancer, you know what I'm saying? No weird, nothing, like can't get bacteria infections.
Okay,
You know what I'm
got
saying?
it.
So imagine you get cut and like it gets dirty and shit and you don't even have to worry about it.
Regenerative healing.
Yeah, just ultra immunity. It would also make you age like way better too because you're never having like stress on your body.
That's true. These are some very interesting answers. I would never have thought of these. Number 8. You're given an unlimited budget to film a music video.
Oh.
Where is the video being shot and who's hopping on the track?
Dude, I have a song that I have one that would just be me on. Well, yeah, it would be just me on, but there's this one song that I have coming out on the second mixtape I'm going to do that I've mentioned a little bit before to you, I believe already, to where I want to make it, I would love to make it Egyptian themed.
Oh.
So with all my music videos, so this is just like my brain like thinking about things. I always like to do everything different.
Okay.
So all of my music videos, what I'm going to do, like I can finally start shooting music videos coming up soon, like this summer, is I'm going to make them like skit style in ways. It's going to be skit style with then shots of me like normal singing or rapping to the camera kind of thing.
Okay.
So that way you can kind of like, because I want to do a little bit of like intermix a little acting into it as well.
Okay.
I think that like
Make it more theatrical, like.
Yeah, it just makes you stand out, makes you look more professional, more talented. Like I would enjoy doing that. Like I want to write like some lines. Like if I have a video that's a more kind of like a intimate song, like have a girl in it and like have certain lines, like actually have dialogue written, or just do natural, or have dialogue written, or just try to spark up conversation, do like a natural thing to it.
The only thing that comes to mind when I think of this is the Find Your Love music video by Drake, and where it's just like, man, I can't go through that. I gotta go back for her, man. And then I'm more than just an option.
Yeah. Hey, dude.
I don't know. That's the only thing that comes to mind. Oh, and where is this music video for this song being shot?
Oh, dude, if we could do it in Egypt, that'd be badass with the pyramids in the background. It'd be so sick.
And who's hopping on the track?
I think that song I've only had written for me, but if I could have a dream feature, it would be really fun to do a song with Wiz Khalifa. He's cool. He's cool. I like the way he rolls and the way he talks and stuff. He's cool.
Taylor Gang.
Yeah. His style would go with mine too, I feel like.
Smoking kush up in the blunt. Number 9. You're tasked with creating your dream lineup at a festival. Who are your top 5 headliners, excluding you?
5 headliners for a festival?
Yeah.
Top 5, not in any particular order. Metallica.
Nice.
There's a EDM artist I really like named Timonite. 3, I'd say a little bit older hard rock band Judas Priest.
Nice.
4, Travis Scott.
You'd give him a chance at redemption?
Give him a chance at redemption. He's got to be on his shit. If anyone, this is all I'll say. All right, Travis, you get a redemption, but if one person in your crowd has a broken limb, you're out.
Yo, Travis, if someone gets a nosebleed, you're out.
They did too much. They ripped too many lines.
Oh,
you're
great.
out. You have to discourage the kids from doing the drugs, Travis, for you to be let back in.
That's right.
Don't do the drugs.
No styrofoam cokes of any kind.
Yeah, no perp. I got some drink in my cup. 5. This is the last one. I did EDM, I did rock, I did rap. Then I'll do Ariana Grande. Ooh. Oh, actually, no. I switched that. Sorry. Ariana's really good, but OG Britney.
OG Britney. Dude, I've re-listened to OG Britney songs. Her shit's good as fuck. Just like, even though you may not like her, like just the way it's edited. Got it.
I appreciate the editing the most out of it. Whoever was like mixing her stuff.
Okay, so you're listening to it from like a producer's perspective. Okay.
Yeah, just the way it's sonically to your ears is really nice.
It just feels pleasant when it hits the eardrums.
Yeah, main songs that blow up big, it's more than just lyrics and like your flow to it. It has to be sonically pleasing. The way it's mixed, something about it, just your ear literally likes. So it's somehow doing your mixing to like apply to that.
Never thought about that.
That's literally what it comes down to.
Interesting.
But anyways.
And then actually, we're at the last question. And it's a question that I ask everybody, but the answers always vary. And it is, what is your most recent accomplishment?
Getting a new job and moving back to Dallas.
Hey, there we
I'm
go.
in the middle of the drive right now. Yeah, that was a good accomplishment because just logistically, there's a lot of things that come to moving across the country. So logistically figuring it all out and doing that, good win.
Attaboy. Well, Chance, this was a fun episode, man.
Hell yeah.
It was. And so I just want to say thank you for joining us because unfortunately we're at the end of it.
Hell yeah, it was a good time. I appreciate it.
Hey, I'm glad you had a great time. So Chance, in a world that's filled with a bunch of rappers, I'm still proud of you for pursuing your dream ever since taking inspiration from when you were little to now bring it to fruition, and just keep grinding, man. And, I'm rooting for you. And so it's just staying true to yourself and hustling after what you want that I think you, Riisky, or Chance Wallace has big DK energy.
Hey.
So congratulations. You got it, kid.
Hey.
So with that all being said and done, we're going to put all of his social media links in the description box below. And before we head out, Riisky, is there anything else you want to say or promote?
First mixtape coming out. I'm not sure exactly when this is going to air, but first mixtape coming out. Date is coming up soon on my social medias. It'll more than likely be at the very end of April. And 8 songs. You do not want to miss it. They're all lit. Honestly, lit AF.
It's lit.
Lit with 20 fire emojis. And there's literally a song where I think anyone, even if you're not interested in hip hop, there's going to be at least one song on there that you'll like.
All right.
Period.
Excellent. All right. Well, with that all being said and done, I'm Danny K of the Big DK Energy Podcast, and we are signing off.
It's lit.
It's lit.